Welcome back to Central Valley Talk. I'm your host, Mike Briggs. We've been coming to you since 2008, telling you what's good about Fresno. There's so many good things going on here. People say there's nothing to do in Fresno. I said, I'll show you. We're going to start a TV station and tell you what's good in Fresno. There's a lot of good people, good things going on, ways that you could get involved. And we're going to tell you how to get involved. Our guests today are Lawrence Omeje, probably said it wrong, but we'll find out, and Charissa Hernandez. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Now tell me, I'll probably get this wrong, but you guys are building a school, a learning center.
Yes.
And it's in your home country?
Yes.
Tell us where that is.
It is in Uganda, in East Africa.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the town and everything where this is being built?
It's in the northeastern part of Uganda. It's a village called Abiya Village.
Abiya Village.
Yes.
And I'm going to show you some pictures in a second, but you guys have a fundraiser coming up for this. Is that right?
Yeah, we do.
Tell me where and how people could get involved.
So we're super excited about this fundraiser actually because it's a chance for the community to really learn what we're about. Lance in the past has had some media attention from some small news stories, but we felt that we wanted to have a more intimate gathering, something that you could really get the story behind everything. So on December 2nd, Saturday, December 2nd, we'll be having a fundraiser at Solitary Cellars on Friant Road, and it's going to be 2 presentations. Each will be 2 hours long.
So the first one for 2 hours and the second one for 2 hours?
One will be from 1 to 3 p.m. and the second will be from 3 to 5 p.m.
I want to stop you guys. We're going to look at some pictures real quick, but Lawrence, you were an educator here in Fresno area, right?
Yes, just briefly, first came here, I was introduced to the United States in the 70s, went to Sierra College, then from Sierra College to Cal Poly, and then Cal Poly to Fresno State, all majoring in agriculture. After that, I started working for the farmers in here in the Central Valley and eastern part of Oregon. And then I transitioned into the classroom as a teacher, started working for Fresno Unified in 1996. After teaching for over 20 years, an idea just struck me when I went back to visit in the village. I saw how life was in the village. It hadn't changed. This poverty,
Extreme poverty.
No electricity. But the questions from the children got me motivated. Mm-hmm. They asked me what they wanted the school. Can you build a school for us? There's no way I could afford that.
You're a rich American. You should know. Can you build us a school?
That's
Tell
exactly.
me about these pictures, the previews on the left. So I'm going to bring them up. Tell me what we're seeing here.
Well, this is a typical, typical for recess,
Up on the screen.
Okay. That's the school.
Okay.
That's the school in the early stages.
So they've started building it.
Yes, the school is.
It is actually nearing completion.
Completion.
It's near completion.
And tell us what we're seeing here.
What you're seeing down there is the completed, erected buildings. Okay. And those are the 3 buildings.
There's 3 buildings to the project.
Correct. And it's going to house more than 300 students.
And this is the early part of the project?
That's the early part, getting towards close to the finishing, yes.
I don't know if we saw that picture, but there's some of the buildings. And this is incredible. That's a nice building.
Thank you.
And now, I think this is a poster, by the way, for your event. Is that right?
This is the flyer for our event.
Yes.
With all the official information on it, the link where you can purchase tickets at.
Okay. And so what's going to happen at this event?
So what we're looking to do is, again, to form more of a relationship with the community, letting them know exactly what our cause is, what we're trying to accomplish. One very unique thing about this project is we're not just simply building this school for the community. We're going to be supporting this school. We will be running and keeping this school functioning yearly. So with a project that big, you really want to form a strong community of donors, of volunteers, of people involved, because this is a chance to be a part of something.
Well, what I said earlier was you're doing this great thing from Fresno for Uganda, but it's also you're doing it for us because we get to be involved with this school
Part of it.
forever.
Absolutely, forever.
Forever and ever.
Yeah.
I want to try, I have a zoom in for you on that flyer. Let's take a look at this because we can see all the details now. Saturday, December 2nd, 2003, from 1 to 5 p.m., So is there one thing at one and another thing at?
Yeah, so like we said, we'll be doing 2 presentations just because there is a capacity limit at Solitary Sellers, and we want to keep it comfortable and be able for everybody to get to talk to us and such. So from 1 to 3 p.m., there are tickets for sale, and then from 3 to 5 p.m. there are
3 to
tickets
5
for sale as well. Yep, and each ticket is $25. With it is your entry, snacks, and a raffle ticket. We'll be both having 2 separate raffles, one for each time slot, and we will also be having a silent auction during both presentations.
We're going to talk about that in a second. Now,
Okay.
Solitary Sellers is a winery. Will there be
Yes.
anything?
Will there be wine?
Yes.
Yes, there will be wine.
I don't know if I'm supposed to ask that or
Wine for
not.
no, wine for purchase. The wine or the winery will be functioning and open. There'll be live music that
It's
day.
like always, you can walk up and you could pay and you sample different wines.
Yeah, exactly, and it'll be open. The whole entire premises is open. They'll be having live music that day. The entire premises will be
As
open.
we talked before the show, those are nice guys, Solitary
They're
Sellers.
wonderful
very
people.
good.
Greg
Yeah.
and Cindy.
Greg and Cindy, yeah.
Very nice people.
Now, go ahead.
And during the presentation, I will be elaborating on what the project is all about in details. That's what the presentations are, and
Very
we'll
good.
share some of the stuff that made in Uganda.
Now, there's going to be, besides raffles, there's going to be a silent auction.
Yeah.
What are you auctioning off?
Some of the things that we might be able to auction is some beautiful art, but there's more than just this. This one here will be on display and showing what life, school is like. It's called This is Recess and Typical.
Yes.
And then the other one is that really rubs my heart because this is what motivated me to build a school, because here I am in a nice building that you're coming when I was teaching the students, but when I go back to Uganda, the children are learning under a tree.
Under a tree.
And unfortunately, when it rains or it's too hot, there's no learning taking place, and the children get way behind academically, and that opens the door to problems in their childhood and youth, and those are things we are trying to minimize or eliminate.
Okay. Kids need to learn. They need a place to learn, and under the
Exactly.
tree isn't always the best thing.
No.
This is very exciting. I'm just going to flip through these pictures again. This school is almost built.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now you're raising some money to get across the finish line and to sustain the school for years and years and years.
Yeah,
Yes.
forever.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And hopefully this could become a project for all the people in Fresno so they could get involved and feel their heart as part of the...
Yeah, I would love to see that happen because I feel like I'm caught between two communities. After being here in Fresno, teaching here, working in here, all my adulthood life, done in Uganda, and then going back to Uganda. So I find myself caught between two communities.
Two communities.
And the people here are very nice. The children from my school, if I may share, from Yokomi, they raised, I was asking for like 1,000 books to take back home. Would you believe they raised 3,000 books, took
3,000.
them back there, and that's how the whole thing started.
Which again is what makes this so wonderful, as
Yeah.
you were
Yes,
saying, bringing
wonderful.
it to Fresno. It's like a small world's gap. It's a way for people to communicate and contribute a whole world away from each other because the needs and the wants are essentially the same.
Now, Lawrence, you left Uganda to come and get educated in America. How many times have you gone back?
You caught me off guard, but I've been back many times.
Many times.
As soon as I started the construction of the school, for example, this year I have gone twice, and I'm going to be leaving in 2 weeks. As soon as that's why the reason for this fundraiser, so that maybe I'll get some funds to go back and complete the building. We need furniture.
Furniture,
Need the
yes.
money for furniture. That's why.
Now, can you talk about, or maybe you don't want to talk about the politics of Uganda?
Well, no, I'm not going to go into the politics because I'm not good at it.
Okay, I just remember a time Idi Amin and what was going on there. I just wonder if things had changed there.
From what I know, well, that was one of the reasons I stayed here for quite long, because I could not go back after getting the education, but things have improved right now. Can't feel stale, but things are good, and there's no wars going on within the country.
That's great.
Maybe the adjacent ones, but many people are going back home. That's why I feel comfortable going back home.
You feel
Otherwise-
safe going back to Uganda now.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly, yeah.
Now, Charissa or Lawrence, we're about out of time, but any last thoughts? What else do you want our viewers to know?
We would just like you to know that these tickets are still available. We have probably another 20 at least available that we know of for certain. So check out the link. We're also, we do have a Facebook page, and Ibeneneka.org. You can check out for yourself more about what the project is about. We just like to encourage you to give it a chance and maybe come out and support this fundraiser and see what it's all about.
By the way, we have the web address on the screen. Why don't
Yeah.
one of you go ahead and say it, because I'm not going to try.
Is that the Ibeneneka?
Yeah.
Ibeneneka, that's Veronica in English. That's my late mother's name. So
Ibeneneka.org.
Ibeneneka, yes.
So go to www.ibeneneka.org. It's on the screen. This video, you're probably watching it right now on YouTube, because it's going to be on YouTube for a long, long time. And go to that website. Can they contribute money on the website?
Absolutely.
And I
Absolutely,
want
you
to
can.
thank from the bottom of my heart all the people in Fresno and other adjacent communities for your kind hands of donations. Very generous. Thank you, and I thank you again from the bottom of my heart, and hope you continue to support
Ibeneneka.
Ibeneneka Learning Center.
Ibeneneka.org. And that
Yes.
means Veronica.
Veronica in
That was your
English,
mother's name.
That's my late
very
mother's
nice.
my late mother's name. Yeah.
We're just going to leave this poster up on the screen for a bit, and we will be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this.